Dang it! Alright guys, I'm back with, it's me, Jedi Gamer. I'm back with some Everlasting Summer. I have no clue what episode this is because I didn't keep track of, but I do know that we left off with, Slavia in the cafeteria with us. And look how sexy I look, even if I don't get to see my face. Alright, let me click on the game this time because last time I stopped the recording because I didn't click into the game. No wonder I bet Hungry Pioneers finished everything off. Don't tell me I have the hiccups. However, even that was far better than most of my usual diet. Oh yeah, he doesn't eat anything. Slavia sat across the table and looked at me while I was eating. Is there something on my face? Oh my gosh, did you see her face? It's creepy, she's staring at me. The me, not me in-game. No, just... She smiled. So how did you like your first day in the camp? Well, I don't really know. I met some pretty girls, but that's just about it. Silly to ask someone who suddenly found himself in a different reality whether he liked the food in the canteen, camp leader, or the sign hut. It's alright, you'll get used to it. I'm trying to fix myself. I'm wrapped in a blanket. Slavia stared out the window dreamily. Frankly speaking, I have no desire to get used to such things, but as for her, she doesn't know. At least she wants me to think that she does. Well, all in all, it's nice here. I had to somehow break the awkward silence. Do you think so? She asked without any interest. Yeah, this place is so interesting. I want to say retro. Oops. Hand slipped. I wanted to say retro, but I managed to hold that back. After all, it was retro for me, but what about them? It might be the only kind of life they knew. If the term life was acceptable here at all, so how? She watched me closely. Come on. As if something important depended on my answer. Well, I don't know. Lovely. Yeah, it's lovely here. Guess you're right. Her eyes are creepy. It's very good that you think so. Why? Well, not everybody likes it here. And what about you? Me? Yes. I love it here. It's great. Then you don't need to worry about what other people think. Do you love me? Well, I don't really worry. Slavia laughed. This conversation seems to be leading me far astray from where I wanted to get to. And you're worrying yourself. Really? Why do you say so? Well, when someone is chewing so intensely, I'm sorry. It's okay. Turn into that. Have you guys seen that GIF, that GIF of Attack on Titans, where she's chewing the potato intensively? I gotta bring myself to be more cautious around this girl. But why her in particular? Why not any other local inhabitant? This isn't a dream. This isn't alien. You're not gonna get probed. This is real. Reality. You got drugged, thrown on a bus, and now you're here. Simplest answer of reality. Every one of them looked completely normal to me, because they are. Precisely normal. It's normal, it sends chills down my spine and into my marrow. Oh my gosh. No. Well, like a neighbor with a power drill in one hand and a subwoofer in the other. Not like a passenger you can often meet in a subway or a public transport. Not like a coworker at the next table in an open plan office. And not even like a friend who only differs from other humans in this constant instant. All of them looked normal. Why is normal bolded? As I would expect them to be, with their heart to high outside where... I'll be right back, guys. molded normal. I would expect them to be with their own downsides, but without any superpowers. And Slavia was also cute. I glanced at her stealthily, not knowing what to say. Stealthily, quote unquote stealthily. I'm sorry, I wanted to show you the camp, but ran off my feet. Yeah. I didn't miss anything well on my own, I guess. Are you sure you haven't missed anything at all? She smiled so brightly that I had to drop my eyes in confusion. Well, how would I know? It's my first day here. Okay, and what have you seen so far? Seen the square, the canteen, the football field. What about the beach? Just from afar. Really should go there. Well, let's do it together. Hey! Yeah, okay, we will. Her naturalness started to scare me. What's up with the music? Started to scare me, but then I first thought, what if everything had happened here is how it's supposed to be, and this world looks strange only to me? Yes! Thank you! Well, for them it is normal. Maybe I was thrown into the past. Yes, that would explain a lot. Can I ask a stupid question? No. Wow. Slavia smiled and stood up from the table. It's late. Can you find the way to Olga Dmitrievna by yourself? Of course I can, but why should I go there? She'll settle you with someone. What for? Probably this... Oh, she's blushing. I think she is. Probably this question seems stupid because Sylvia bursts into good-natured laughter. That's why. You need to sleep somewhere, right? That makes sense, but fine, I'll be off then. Good night. Night. Wink, 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 wink. It's strange that she left in such a hurry. Bundle of Clees left in the back lock caught my attention. Going to catch up to Sylvia, but where does she live? And knocking on every door during the middle of the night didn't sound like a bright idea. I'll take the keys. I better take them. I'll give them back tomorrow because who knows what happens here at night. Exactly. Just thoughts gave me chills. It's me who needs to be careful here in the first place. I hope that doesn't get me in trouble. The night, though dark, wasn't silent at all. One could hear chirping crickets, the songs of the night birds, and rustling trees from everywhere. A sudden desire to follow Sylvain's advice and go to the camp leader cabin appeared. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't know why, but the sight of the unknown bronze boulder of Colossomunism put me in the constructive mood. I sat on the bench and started to recall everything that happened today. That was all my constructive mood could offer. Ooh. It was much better than near the canteen. And 25 years. We're also running by. So this place didn't seem scary at all. Bus, campfire, summer camp, girls. Summertime lovin'. I was so tired from everything demonstrated that I could not come up with a single explanation for what was going on. Don't worry, I'm tired too. Maybe I'll actually sleep early tonight. Maybe. Yeah, I didn't sleep till 5 this morning, you guys. 5 in the morning. What about you? I heard a barely noticeable rustle nearby. Is it Alicia? Alicia, whatever. Alisa, I'll say Alisa. I shivered and looked in that direction. A girl, reading a book. Oh, it's Helena. Where does that name sound? It sounds so familiar. Give me a second, guys, I'm sorry. Fablehaven. Fablehaven. It's spelled differently, but it's pronounced the same. Lena. I decided to move closer and talk. She was the only new person I had met here without exchanging even a few words. Hey, what are you reading? I was so surprised that she even jumped. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Never mind. She blushed and stared at the book again. So what are you reading? Onkaro is reading Gone with the Wind. Raise the book. Keep silent. I don't want to ruin it because I like Lena. So I'm a chic and do it cheap here. Actually, I need to save here. And then I'll use number 2 as a praise book. Good book. Thanks. Honestly speaking, I haven't read it, but I think such literature suits her very well. Lena didn't seem to be interested in continuing the conversation. Well, if I'm bothering you, no. She was as well still looking at the book. Can I sit beside you for a while? Why? And really? Why? Maybe just because I was very tired and having company is better than being alone. Maybe I wanted to try to find something out for her. Carefully examine Lena. But no, I doubt that. Well, I don't know. I'm not allowed to. Feel free. But if I'm bothering you, no, you're not. I can leave, just say. Everything's alright. Okay then. Okay, save. This one's going on the main. And I'm loading up this one. Dang it. Load. Keep silent. Honestly speaking, I haven't read it. It suits her very well. I didn't see it. What the heck? It makes absolutely no difference. Seriously. Delete that. Load that. Saw the end of the bench carefully. After such an intense talk. That's intense. Staying here was the last thing I wanted. But it wouldn't be nice to just stand up and leave. That's true. That didn't really go well, huh? Lena hasn't answered anything. Seems I am made a fool out of myself. Is that? I bet if Yana was here, she'd have laugh at me. I bet so too. Do you enjoy being here? I recalled the Solvia's question and thought it would be a good start for a conversation. Yes. She smiled slightly. Yay! I guess I like it too. Lena definitely isn't very sociable and probably can't carry on a meaningless conversation as easy as Solvia. But there was something about her that attracted my attention. Like one momentary glimpse of reflection in the glass on a rainy autumn evening, which makes you turn around and stare into darkness, searching for something that you saw in the corner of your eye. Of course, you weren't able to distinguish or understand what was, but I still felt so trapped. Anna was still reading the book without paying any attention to my presence. And I had no intention of asking her anything about the camp or this world in general. What if she's not reading the book? She's actually really paying attention to you. Beautiful night. Yes. How in the world would you start a conversation with her? Exactly. The least you could do was draw a book for her. I mean, seriously. Yes, it's quite late. Good night. Night. Well, you're alone again. Hurry up and go to Dimitri's. There was something strange about this girl. At first glance, she is a typical shy and modest pioneer girl, but Mystery of Lenny took its own place in the massive list of mysteries about the camp, which I had started to put together in my head. Hurry up and get to Olga's. A lazy evening. It's almost daytime already. A lazy evening. There's nothing like a good time for nothing to do. I headed towards Olga Dmitrievna's cabin. Light in the house was on. What if she was changing? I mean, seriously, didn't you knock first? Hello, Semyon. You're quite late. Yeah. I went for a walk around to look around the camp. Alright. You'll be sleeping here. Ooh. She pointed her finger at at one of the beds. Right here? I was a bit surprised. I'm surprised too. Yeah, is something wrong? We are out of free cabins anyways. Can't wear a smile, but I rather think it was just out of politeness. You do want to be a decent pioneer, don't you? There was a clear emphasis of the word decent. Yup, sure. I was lost in thought for a moment. Don't you mind it made noise? What was that word? She looked at me oddly, with surprise and some offense in her eyes. Pioneers should respect their elders. Olga Dmitrievna said strictly. Damn you, bastard. Give me a second, guys. Something going on with my computer. I'm just looking through it right now. Alright. Back in business. Of course he should. No one argues with that. I'd rather not realizing what was wrong. Shouldn't you also... She started at me. She stared at me. Under such a gaze, even mithril forged by the best dwarf masters from the deepest dungeons would melt. Should I what? What's up, Toots? Toots? Annoyance and a lack of understanding made me raise my voice. You must address your adults proper. This has gone all down the toilet. Just flush it now. Flush it before it's too late. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. There are a lot of strange things here. But this girl is just a couple years older than me. Or maybe even younger. But I decided not to argue. Well, just a few minutes ago, I would never have called her an adult. I have to admit that she was also given a strong character. In any case, I wasn't in the position to argue. As you say, ma'am. I mumbled. That's much better. That is how a decent pioneer should conduct himself. Conduct. And now it's time to sleep. Honestly speaking, I wonder what she wears when she sleeps. I was going to become neither a decent nor an indecent person. Just yesterday, I was going to become a pioneer at all. But do I have a choice now? If you don't want to, we will have to make you. This is the motto Olga Dmitrievna is probably going to use. Climbed into the bed and closed my eyes, only to realize how tired I was after today. Something hammered in my head awfully, as if my brain had started a night shift. And they seemed to be aimed more at rolling steel than working on something more sensitive. The bus flew through my mind. And the square with the monument. Canteen full of pioneers. And the miraculous face of Olyana. Ooh, Solvia, and then Lena. And then it's Alisa. And even recalling Alisa didn't give me too much of a negative feeling. What if I'm here for good? Ooh, day 2. Finally made it to day 2. I was having a dream. It seemed like I was in some kind of vacuum, with nothing around me. But not only around, I was the only creature in the universe. As if the universe had returned to a state of singularity right before the Big Bang. Something was just about to happen. Suddenly I heard a voice. I could not make out the words, but it sounded familiar. Is it, Olga waking him up? The voice was whispering something gently as if soothing me. Then I realized it was the voice of that strange girl from the bus. Oh, never mind. Girl from the dream. What is she trying to tell me? Who is she? Is he like in a coma? I woke up. Bright sunlight struck my eyes. It was almost noon. After stretching lazily out of the bed and yawning, that was real, guys, not fake. Just hearing the word yawning makes me want to yawn. I started to recall the previous day. Recall it at night, recall it in the morning. In a few seconds, all its events passed before my eyes. The bus, the camp, the local inhabitants. No, that's just wrong. Not this whole situation, not me being here. It was wrong by default. My attitude towards what was happening was wrong. There's the spirit. Because yesterday I fell asleep here. Just like that. And before that I chatted nicely with the local pioneers. Even managed to crack a few jokes. How could I act like that in such a situation? I should be frightened, startled by every little rustling. should avoid all contact from the potentially hostile creatures. The last day's events were getting hazy, like I had a hangover. Yeah, I know you start drinking too. Yeah, some bad habits. This really feels like the morning after a heavy drinking party. Yesterday's natural, flawless, absolutely normal conduct becomes a nightmare in the morning. A grotesque illusion from the Divine Comedy. Yes, it's just like that, and I can't change the past now. Then again, I had probably sensed the situation and was acting accordingly. I glanced he's getting into technical terms. I glanced around, trying to figure out whether I had been Dimitri Vinas. Cabin looked the same as yesterday. Everything seemed to be in its place except for the pioneer uniform, which was hanging from the bedhead. I fumbled with it in distrust and tried it on. At least this is better than walking around in winter clothes. Wish I could see myself, but I look like a clown. And for that, I needed a mirror. At least a tiny one. Finally found one on the wardrobe door. That's understandable. Is he female? Holy. I looked at the newfound pioneer and jumped away in surprise. There was some teenage on the other side of the mirror. Teenager at the other side of the mirror. He resembled me, but he wasn't me. Where did the week's stubble go? Where were the bags under my eyes and the slouch that definitely fatigued on my face? Now I'm confused. It seemed that I had not been thrown back in time, or I've not been thrown back in time, or into a parallel reality, but instead had simply changed bodies with someone else. Right, that's real simple. Such things happen every day. I took a closer look at the stranger, and only then I realized that I actually was me. It was just today's me. Maybe, or it just wasn't today's me. Maybe the one from between my school and university years. Well, at least that's something. There you go. The person in an extreme situation did fail to notice the elephant in the room after all. But the camp leader noticed it, and last night she told me off for addressing her without proper respect. Ah, screw that. I doubt my parents affects anything else. If the clock was not lying, breakfast was long over. Oh well, I'll try to find something in the canteen. It worked out well yesterday with Sylvia, didn't it? Those memories made me smile involuntarily. The sun was shining bright outside, a light breeze was blowing. Beautiful summer day. I had not felt so good in the morning for several years. All problems were gone, vanished into the clouds that were white as snow. Olga Dmitrievna came out of nowhere. Surprise, motherfucker. Good morning, Semyon. Good morning? I'd say it in a question mark, not an exclamation. I smiled, doing my best to show that no matter what, my morning was good indeed. Indeed good. You only arrived yesterday. I decided not to wake you up, but breakfast... Never mind. Here, take that. She handed me some thing wrapped in paper. Judging by the oily stain, there had to be a sandwich inside. Oh, thank you. Now go wash yourself. I was about to leave. Wait a second. Olga Dmitrievna quickly ran into the house and came out to shove a small bag into my hands. Inside it, I found a toothbrush, soap, a small towel, and something else. I did not look too closely. Pioneers should always be clean and tidy. Let me to your handkerchief properly. This first time, yours is Askew? I'm getting lost, so I'm gonna have to start up soon. You should do it yourself once you learn how to. Do we have to? I'm going to wash myself now. Yeah, right. It could get hooked on the tap and strangle me. Fine, later then. And don't forget about the lineup. Pencil, paper, drawing lines. Do not forget such things. What lineup? What do you mean, lineup? She frowned. This Monday, today, weird by the approximation, it should have been Sunday. Then again, a shift in the day of the week is hardly the worst thing. Usually, we have lineups early in the morning before breakfast, but it's Monday today, so we are having it on at 12 o'clock. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to end it there. I'm sorry. I know it's a bad place to stop, but it's hard to find a good place to stop in this game. But anyways, thank you for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like. Maybe I can get my first like. Get tons of views. More views than I have subscribers, but I never get a like. Nor dislike. Don't ruin my ratio by giving me a dislike. Give me a like. And if you liked it even more, then you can subscribe. And keep up with what's going on with Olga, Olyana, Salvia, Lena, and Alisa. And also Electrona. But I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later.